Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Elizabeth Forward High School for this evening's contest between the Elizabeth Forward Warriors and the Uniontown Red Raiders. That's right, you are listening to another chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS. This is Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice behind the camera, and we're ready now for the pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812. We're first going to discuss about the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, our host this evening. Elizabeth Forward celebrating senior night this evening as well. They are in their home white uniform, dark number, red trim. Elizabeth Forward comes into this contest 6-14 overall on the season. They are 3-5 in the conference, 3-6 at home, 3-6 away, 0-2 at neutral sites. On the season, they have scored just over 1,100 points. They have surrendered nearly 1,200 points. They last met these Uniontown Red Raiders in Uniontown on January the 13th, a game the Red Raiders won 69-38. Elizabeth Forward followed that loss to the Red Raiders up with losses to Bell Vernon, Peters Township, and Laurel Highlands. But since that loss to Laurel Highlands, the Warriors have enjoyed a two-game winning streak, having defeated the Southmoreland Scotties on January 31st by a score of 61-58, and having defeated the Albert Gallatin Colonials on Friday, February the 3rd, 65-59. And we are understanding that that score was reported erroneously a few places, but that is the result that we have from Friday, February the 3rd, a 65-59 victory for Elizabeth Forward. If we are standing to be corrected on that, I will certainly share that with you. We're going to pause now for just a moment and share with you from some of our sponsors. And when we return, we'll be talking about the Uniontown Red Raiders. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides knows there is nothing more exciting than high school sports. He knows all the athletes worked hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Commissioner Vince Vacides salutes all of the young contestants in their efforts. Good luck, and may the best team prevail. From Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Shop the New Year's sale at Zen's Construction Warehouse on Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Family owned and operated by the Nelson family, Zen's has everything you need for that next home improvement project at deep discounted prices from the big box stores. Phone 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's on Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our surplus, your savings. The Uniontown Red Raiders come into this contest this evening hoping to keep the good times rolling. And we've got 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining before the tip-off here at Elizabeth Forward High School. We are operating a few minutes behind, so our tip is probably going to come a little bit closer to 7:40. It is senior night tonight at Elizabeth Forward. The Uniontown Red Raiders are 17-2 overall. They remain undefeated in the conference. They are 6-0 at home, 6-2. 6-0 at home, 5-0 away, 6-2 at neutral sites. They have scored over 1,400 points this season, 1,443 points for. They have surrendered just 816. That's good for an average of 74.8 points per game. Their leading scorers, and these numbers are points per game coming into this contest. Notorious Grooms at 13.7, Calvin Winfrey at 12.6, Jameer Braxton at 12 even, Bakari Wallace at 10.1, and they are followed by Kadrian McGlee, who averages 7.7 points per game. On the season as a whole, Notorious Grooms has 260 points to lead the team. Calvin Winfrey, 239 points. Jameer Braxton, 228 points. Bakari Wallace, 182. Kadrian McGlee, 146. After Kadrian, we've got 76 points so far this season from Jeremiah Hager. We've got 79 points so far from Tanner Uphold, 76 points from Tavian Richardson, and 91 points from Levi Garner. We'll see if Levi is good for 9 points tonight. That will put him over the century mark. The Uniontown Red Raiders have also done very well on the glass this season. They've got a couple of players on this team who are among the leading rebounders in the WPIAL. Kadrian McGlee averages 7.9 rebounds per game. Levi Garner, 5.3 rebounds per game. Those are strong numbers, of course, from each of those players. The Uniontown Red Raiders are coming into this contest having most recently defeated the Southmoreland Scotties, and we're sure that everyone at home who is listening to this contest tonight has one eye on the calendar looking ahead to the end of this week to Friday when the Uniontown Red Raiders will play host to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, although I suspect these Red Raiders are going to be focused on this one and make sure they take care of business tonight. Also among leaders in the WPIAL, Notorious Grooms, 5.3 assists per game. That is, of course, an impressive number for Notorious. Stills category, we've got a couple of leaders in that regard as well on this Red Raider team. Notorious Grooms, 2.9 stills per game. Tavian Richardson, 2.6 stills per game. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812. The attorney Thomas W. Schaefer has litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. That's the attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, have over 40 years of experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. And find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Good luck to Coach Rob Kaczmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders from George Dental Associates. We're back here at Elizabeth Ford High School as we are preparing now to see the introduction of the starting lineups and the tip-off in just about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Senior night here at Elizabeth Ford, and the Warriors were kind enough to recognize those seniors from Uniontown as well, which is always a kind gesture. As we move forward into this contest, we will be seeing if the Elizabeth Ford Warriors are able to keep their name in the running for a potential playoff spot. They are 3-5 in the conference coming into this one. Really need to win the last two, including this game. The Raiders, of course, 8-0, with an opportunity to go undefeated in the conference if they are able to secure a victory tonight and if they are able to pick up the win Friday night hosting the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. This is the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS, exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the WMBS Facebook page, which is brought to you by George Dental Associates, SWGI in Uniontown, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the Centers for Rehab Services, and physical therapist Jim Burns, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides, Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, Joby's Golf, Zen's Construction Warehouse, and Big Al's Market. You're listening to the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on the WMBS Facebook page. And don't forget, you can check out WMBS on your AM dial 590 for all local basketball action. Closing out the regular season this week, And we want to thank you very much for taking the time to tune in this evening and check out our game here at Elizabeth Ford between the Red Raiders and the Warriors. You can also check out WMBS on your FM dial, 101.1. And we've got the captains now gathering at half court for their pregame meeting, and we're going to bring the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show to a conclusion. That's the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes tonight. They got us ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. We will be transitioning shortly to our starting lineups, which will be brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. Tonight, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors will be wearing their home white uniform, dark number, red trim. The Uniontown Red Raiders in their away maroon uniform, white number and white trim. To start this contest, the Uniontown Red Raiders will be moving left to right across your screen. The Elizabeth Forward Warriors will be moving right to left in the first half. And the teams now are heading to their benches and will be pausing shortly for the national anthem. And then we'll be introducing our starting lineups. Once again, you're listening to another chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the WMBS Facebook page. We want to thank everybody whose technical prowess has helped make this happen. I want to thank, too, the gentleman here behind the camera, Bill Dice, for all of his help in helping make not only tonight's game a reality, but many of the recent games that we've had an opportunity to work on together. We're going to pause now just for a moment as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Welcome back once again to Elizabeth Ford High School for this evening's contest between the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Tonight's starting lineups are being brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. We're going to see these two teams acknowledge their starting lineups now, and we're going to start with the Uniontown Red Raiders. Maroon uniform, white number, white trim. Starting lineup for the Red Raiders this evening will look like this. 00, Notorious Grooms. Number 2, Calvin Winfrey. Number 4, Kadrian McGlee. Number 5, Bakari Wallace. And rounding out the starting 5 for the visiting Red Raiders, number 34, Jameer Braxton. Now we're going to hear the starting lineup for the Elizabeth Ford Warriors. White uniform tonight for the Warriors, red trim, dark number. Starting lineup for the Warriors will look like this. Number 2, Charlie Niggin. Number 4, Isaiah Turnell. Number 5, Zach Boyd. Number 10, Zach Jones. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Warriors tonight will be number 30, Daniel Coyne. And a couple of the seniors recognized here for the Warriors on senior night in this starting lineup. Elizabeth Ford, nice crowd here on hand inside the gymnasium. And the Red Raiders now are going to meet near half court prior to the jump ball. The large red E and F in the center court circle. And that is where this one is going to begin. The next to last conference game of the season, the penultimate conference meeting for the Red Raiders. One more to go after this one against the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 7:30 on Friday. And, of course, you can catch all the action from that one right here on WMBS, both on the Facebook page, 590 AM, 101.1 FM. Here's the jump. Goes to Kadrian McGlee, and it's going to be Red Raiders basketball. Winfrey ahead to Grooms. Back to Winfrey on the far wing. Now Grooms in the corner. Thought about going across the court. Checks it back out to Winfrey. To Braxton, our side. Back to Winfrey. Top of the key. Moves it our way. Our wing to Wallace. Back to the top, Winfrey. Far wing now, Grooms. Top of the key, Winfrey again. Winfrey fakes a shot. Comes our wing to Braxton for three. No good. To Kadrian McGlee. Easy rebound. Goes up for two. And the Red Raiders are on the board first, and they're going to offer some press here right out of the gate. Pass comes into Boyd. Boyd goes right back to number 4, Turner. Turner back ahead to Boyd, to Turner. Turner's going to lose it. Stripped away by Bakari Wallace. Scooped up by Grooms. Grooms nearly fouled there. No good on the layup. Rebound is going to go to number 5, Boyd. Boyd wants to take it the whole way himself. Little collision on the far side against Kadrian McGlee. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Boyd. So it's going to be Red Raider basketball. Big pass into Braxton, back to Winfrey. Winfrey across the timeline. Moves it far wing Braxton. Back to the top of the key, Winfrey. Now, far corner to Braxton. Braxton, a little drive through the paint. Passes it through to Wallace. Wallace off of our wing on the drive. No good. Another rebound for Kadrian McGlee. He's really good at doing that. He's going to put it back himself. No good. Another rebound. That's 3 rebounds tonight for Kadrian already. And he lays in 2 points right there. 4-0. 6:49 to play in period number 1. Pass comes in here to Niggett. Niggett going to work against a couple of Raider defenders. Moves it our way to number 5, Boyd. Boyd has the ball taken away by Winfrey. Winfrey on the attack. Can't get the layup to go. Boyd on the rebound. Pushes it ahead to Niggett. And Niggett's going to collide with Jameer Braxton. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Jameer Braxton. That's foul number 1 for Braxton. Foul number 1 for the Red Raiders. Drew Cook going to check in now for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors and send number 30, Daniel Coyne, to the bench. 6:34 to play in period number 1. Turner tosses it into Niggett. Niggett matched up against Grooms. Moves it our way. It's number 4, Turner off the wing. Nice take by Turner. Can't get it to go. Rebound Grooms. Grooms weaves it ahead to Winfrey. Winfrey avoids a steal attempt. Puts up a 3. Short. Rebound inside, Bakari Wallace. He's going to fight his way out across the baseline. Back to the top of the key to Winfrey. Winfrey on the drive to high post. No shot. Pops it out to Wallace. Far wing. Winfrey. Now far corner. Jameer Braxton short on the 3. And a good rebound effort there for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Number 10, Zach Jones. He is one of the leaders in the WPIAL and rebounding. He gets off the floor really well. So keep your eyes on him for the Warriors. Number 10. We'll see how his matchup against Kadrian McGlee plays out. McGlee, of course, several inches taller. We'll see how Jones fares inside. Pass comes out to Braxton. Now far wing to Winfrey. Works it to the corner to Grooms. Top of the key now, Winfrey. Winfrey matched up there against Turner. He's going to bring the ball way back out. Turner not going to follow, but there's a screen from McGlee, and a little give and go is stolen by Turner. Turner now off to the races. Gets jumped by Bakari Wallace from behind. Wallace going to take the basketball away and collides with Drew Cook and steps across the sideline near the score table. It's going to be Warriors basketball. And the Warriors faithful on their feet here tonight. Pretty impressive student section on one side and more students filing in to my right. Pass comes into Drew Cook. Cook going to move the ball across the timeline. Calvin Winfrey stays with him. Now Turner on the wing. Gets a screen from Boyd. Boyd wants to pick and pop. Here's the 3. No good. Gets his own rebound now. In the paint is Boyd. Has it stripped away by Kadrian McGlee, but the sideline official near the score table says held ball, and that one is going to go to the Warriors. 4-0 your score in favor of the Red Raiders. 5:29 to play. Niggett's going to toss this one in from the baseline. He comes top of the key to number 4. The 3-point shot from Isaiah Turner is no good. Rebound, Notorious Grooms. Grooms very quickly across the timeline. Elizabeth Ford still trying to set the defense up. Our wing to Winfrey now. Our corner to Braxton. Back up top, the key to Grooms. Grooms going to bring it out. Niggett's going to follow him out there, and he goes far wing to Winfrey. Winfrey wants to go inside to McGlee, and he's going to get fouled there on the hold, so it seems, by number 10, Zach Jones. Ball going to go to the Red Raiders here off the foul. First one on Jones. Kadrian McGlee going to inbound this pass from the A and Warriors. He brings it into Braxton, far corner. Braxton likes the baseline drive, goes for two, can't get it. Rebound number 4 for Kadrian McGlee, goes up strong, but it won't go down. Braxton there to finish it off. Zach Jones hits the floor. Jones had been a big presence inside for a few seconds there before he loses his footing. He was not giving an inch to anybody. Here's number 4, Turner for Elizabeth Ford. Works it ahead to Niggett. Now Boyd off our wing on the attack. It won't go. Elizabeth Ford bench really liked the drive, wanted to try to get open. Instead, Turner goes to Boyd, back to Turner. Turner, long court challenge here, feeds it ahead to Niggett. Niggett gets attacked immediately, back to Turner. The clock ticks. We get it ahead to Herschel Rock, to Drew Cook. Nothing there. Good rebound by Herschel Rock. He's going to get the ball back out here, and that's a three-pointer from Niggett, no good. Rebound goes Makari Wallace. Wallace, pass Drew Cook. Wallace pops it out to the corner. Our corner for 3. Calvin Winfrey, no good. Rebound, Niggett. Niggett looks around, realizes he's got some space. He's going to take it himself. Moving against Notorious Grooms, working hard. Grooms trying to send him to the right. Hands it off here to Turner. Now, Drew Cook on our wing, nails a 3. Pass courtesy number 4, Isaiah Turner, 6-3. 3:31 here to play. The Warriors came to play tonight. Red Raiders, of course, low shooting percentage so far. As soon as that changes, I suspect the flow of this game will change. And we're going to have a foul called here against number 1, Drew Cook, on the push. And Notorious Groom's going to step out in our corner. Tosses the ball into Calvin Winfrey way up top. Calvin not far from the large red E at center court. He's going to move it far wing to Grooms, who had circled around on the baseline. Now top the key to Braxton on the drive. Braxton for 2, yes. 8-3 now, the Raiders' advantage. Niggett tosses it into Turner. Back to Niggett. Now ahead to Boyd. Boyd thinks about going way down the floor, but pulls it back down and goes to Niggett. Now ahead to number 4, Isaiah Turner. Pops it out to Herschel Rock, to Drew Cook. Wants another 3, no good. Rebound Turner. Drew Cook wants another 3 now from the corner, and he hits it. It's Turner to Cook once again. 8-6 your score here at Elizabeth Ford High School. Calvin Winfrey moves the ball to our corner to Grooms. Grooms, nice pass, and it's slammed home by the big man, Kadrian McGlee. I think that's how Notorious gets all those assists. What a sharp pass through the paint to Kadrian McGlee. But now coming this way, the Warriors trying to make something happen. And number 4, Isaiah Turner, had some space to work, but the shot is lost out of his hand and out of bounds. So it's going to be Uniontown basketball. Calvin Winfrey will handle the inbound. And we're going to have some substitutions here for the Red Raiders. Grooms will stay. Braxton will stay. But we're going to see seniors Tanner Uphold and Levi Garner check in. Levi is the really big man on this Raiders team. He goes 6'6". He's down low now. That pass from Notorious Grooms is stolen by Turner. Turner ahead. Drew Cook. Cook, nice little move inside. Moves it top of the key to Herschel Rock. Far wing now Boyd on the drive. And Boyd is blocked all the way downtown Elizabeth by Levi Garner. And going the other way, Calvin Winfrey lays that one in. They're going to get that block back maybe from the 51 get-go. Moving it ahead now to Niggett for 3. That 3's off the mark. Easy rebound there for Tanner Uphold. Good box out by Tanner Uphold. He moves it ahead to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey wants to pass to the baseline to Garner. It's stolen by Niggett. Niggett coming the other way across the baseline to Drew Cook. Cook for 3. He's been hot outside. Won't have that one, though. Rebound goes to Levi Garner. He moves it across the baseline. Calvin Winfrey off to the races now across the timeline. Will get cut off by Boyd. Nearly fouled by Boyd, but on the give and go, Calvin gets 2 and hits the floor, but is just fine. He pops right back up. 14-6 your score. The Warriors are going to have a foul called against the Red Raiders as number 2, Charlie Niggett, moves past Notorious Grooms. Grooms going to be called on to hit. Stepping out of bounds will be number 4, Isaiah Turner. Turner going to toss this one in. And he gets it to Charlie Niggett. Notorious Grooms had fallen down while covering Niggett, and the student section lets him hear about it. Here's Turner for 3. Nothing there. Herschel Rock tries to save it, but he saves it to the Red Raiders. Now we got a 3-on-1, and it's a pass from Grooms to Tanner Uphold, slicing through the paint to lay that one in, and we're going to have a timeout taken by the Warriors with 1:05 to play in period number 1. Your score, Uniontown 16, Elizabeth Ford 6. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They can treat you efficiently and safely because they take all necessary precautions and are disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted, experienced therapists, convenient location, convenient hours, part of the community. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you. 724 437 7500. UPMC Centers for rehab services. Timeout is over here at Elizabeth Ford. 1:05 to play in period number one. It's going to be Warriors basketball. Moving right to left across your screen. The Warriors in their home whites, red trim, dark number. Turner gets it in here to Herschel Rock on our side, then back to Turner. Turner going to run point here, brings it across the timeline. He's got Jameer Braxton as an escort. He's going to get a screen from Herschel Rock, but it can't make it happen. Feeds it there on a little handoff to Cook. Cook wanted to go down low to Herschel Rock, who had dropped to the near block. Following the screen attempt, pass goes out of bounds off of a Red Raider leg, and the ball is going to stay with the Warriors. And the pass comes in. Nice pass onto the far block, and Isaiah Turner finishes it off. 16-8, 43 seconds remain. And the Warriors are going to send a couple players to the score table to check in. Here's Grooms working off the screen from Levi Garner. Gets an easy two on the attack. Nice layup there from Notorious Grooms. Charlie Niggett going to handle the basketball this time for the Warriors. He's across the timeline. Goes far wing to Turner. Turner's going to size up the situation. Moves it our way to Drew Cook. Cook on the drive. Runs out of real estate. Tries to throw the ball back to Zach Boyd and ultimately throws the ball out of bounds. Checking in now for Niggett is number 22. This is going to be Christian Kennedy. 18 seconds to go. Red Raiders here with an opportunity for the last shot of the period. Jameer Braxton on the drive. Nice pass there from Calvin, and then Jameer makes the rest happen. Two more. 7 seconds remaining. 20-8 your score. Racing down the floor is number 5, Zach Boyd. He goes corner to Kennedy, and then Kennedy goes wing to Turner, but Turner can't get it to go down on the three as time expires. Your score at the end of one, the Uniontown Red Raiders 20 and the Elizabeth Ford Warriors 8. Stop by Big Al's Market on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown, family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini. Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99, or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salads, and deli items. Big Al's Market, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4252. Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 458729. We're back here at Elizabeth Ford High School, and the pass comes into Calvin Winfrey. And Winfrey's way up top. He's going to move our wing. He's matched up against Turner. Wants a screen from McGlee. Now he attacks the paint himself. Floats one up. No good. Calvin Winfrey nearly has the rebound, but Jameer Braxton does have it. And he goes right back up off the glass for 2, 22-8. This is going to be Boyd. He takes the pass across the timeline. He's got Bakari Wallace with him. Wallace going to escort him to the hoop. Boyd on the drive. No good, but he's going to be fouled here by Bakari Wallace, and he'll be stepping out to the foul line. Foul is indeed called on Bakari Wallace. And we're going to see Zach Boyd at the foul line here. The Red Raiders currently leading by 14. Here's Boyd. First foul shot will roll in for him. 22-9, 3 team fouls on the Uniontown Red Raiders, just 2 against the Warriors. And Boyd, second shot, cleanly goes through, and it's 22-10. Calvin Winfrey gets the pass from Kadrian McGlee, and he's going to cross the center line. He's matched up against Turner, moves it our wing to Grooms. Elizabeth Ford getting some help from their bench, directing some traffic there. Bakari Wallace going to get steered around by Drew Cook, and he's going to hand it off to Notorious Grooms. Grooms Going to get a screen now from Kadrian McGlee, and they're going to say that screen was illegal. And that'll be a fourth team foul against the Red Raiders. And the ball is going to be triggered in here by number 4, Isaiah Turner. Turner goes to Drew Cook, and it's going to be Cook and Calvin Winfrey who cross the timeline near each other. Cook goes far wing to Turner. Turner gets a screen from Herschel Rock. Tries to go to number 22, Kennedy. Nearly has the ball stolen. Back to Turner. Herschel Rock now has it. Far sideline. He's going to work off of that. Goes to the far wing. Big pass inside. That looked like he was going to Kennedy. And instead, number 4, Isaiah Turner for the Warriors, tries to leap up and catch it. Goes off of his fingertips and across the baseline. Here come the Red Raiders. Calvin Winfrey calling out a lot of directions. Now Moore comes our wing to Notorious Grooms. Grooms, little fake. He's going to dribble it back to the top of the key. Across, far wing to Winfrey. Now back up top to Grooms. Grooms working against number 11. That's Herschel Rock. Grooms loses the basketball there on the attack. Coming this way for the Warriors is Boyd. He can't get it to go, though. Ball nearly saved by Christian Kennedy, but he's making contact with the basketball there across the baseline. Ball will go to Uniontown. 6:29 to play in period number 2. Your score, 22-10. Again, the Red Raiders won the first meeting between these two teams a little less than a month ago by just about 30 points. Pass here to the wing to Braxton. Nice inside look to Kadrian McGlee as the Warriors stepped out to stop Braxton on his drive. They forgot about Kadrian inside. Here's Turner on the opposite way. Buries a 3, and we're going to get a timeout now taken by the Uniontown Red Raiders head coach Rob Kaczmarski, a 30-second timeout. Your score 24-13 in favor of Uniontown. 6:10 remaining in the period. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. If you have a close family member with colon cancer or precancerous polyps, your screening should begin at age 40 instead of 45. Women, like men, are at substantial cancer risk and should not avoid screening. Although colonoscopy is the most sensitive screening test, if you are fearful or have no health insurance, a stool fit test is a reasonable option. Learn more at usdigestivehealth.com. 6:10 remaining in period number 2. The Red Raiders lead by 11. Pass comes in to Notorious Grooms, and Grooms is going to be matched up here against Herschel Rock. He's going to pull up a jump shot right in front of Cy Herschel Rock. No good. Rebound pulled down there by Zach Boyd. Boyd going to take it himself. The Elizabeth Forward Warriors have had a lot of different players handle the point guard responsibility here. That's Drew Cook for 3. No good. Rebound, Bakari Wallace. Wallace nearly loses his footing. He's going to move it across to Braxton. Braxton across the timeline. Cut off by Boyd. Wants the big pass now to the near corner and Calvin Winfrey, but that one has too much on it, and it goes out of bounds. Drew Cook stepping out now to get it back inbounds for the Warriors, and he goes to Boyd. Boyd fakes the handoff to Cook. He's going to take it himself. He crosses the timeline. Bakari Wallace steps out to guard him. Boyd moves far wing. Turner off the Herschel Rock screen. Takes a high post jumper and drills it. 24-15 now your score. Red Raiders lead down to just 9 points. Calvin Winfrey across the timeline. Winfrey coming our way to Bakari Wallace. Wallace off the wing. Nice little drive and spin move there, but Drew Cook matches him step for step. He brings it back out. Notorious Grooms gets the pass. He wants to go inside. Ball is stolen by Zach Jones and is moved ahead to Turner. Turner on this side has the ball stolen by Braxton. Braxton passes it ahead now to Grooms. Grooms inside to Winfrey. Little reverse layup is good. 26-15. The Warriors coming the other way. Zach Boyd. Boyd collides with Wallace and loses the basketball, and Winfrey's pass goes off the foot of a retreating Drew Cook, who was trying to catch up to Notorious Grooms. Checking in now for the Warriors, number 2, Charlie Niggett. Niggett will check in for 11, Cy Herschel Rock. And here's Jameer Braxton. He tosses it into Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey going to take his time. Looks our way to Braxton, but will go inside to McGlee, and Zach Jones has stolen the pass, and he gets it to Drew Cook. Cook coming our way now to number 5, Zach Boyd. Boyd has a lane and takes it, and he's going to get 2 and be fouled. Foul is called against number 34, Jameer Braxton. And Boyd's going to shoot one from the foul line. 26-17 your score, 4:27 remaining in period number 2. Here's Boyd. He's been here once before, made them both. Now he's 3 for 3. 26-18. Ball comes into Winfrey. Winfrey across the timeline. The Warriors staying in this one, down just 8. Ball comes to our wing to Bakari Wallace. Wallace tries to weave between Boyd and Cook. Cook wouldn't have it. And Cook is tripped as he crosses the timeline coming the other way. And we'll see officially what the call is. It is called against Bakari Wallace. That is team foul number 6 against this Uniontown Red Raider team. Still 4 minutes and change to play in this half. Big pass there from Turner to Boyd. Boyd going to wait for Wallace to retreat. Now he'll advance it across the timeline. He's going to hand it off here to Turner. Turner, far wing, working against Braxton. Comes our way to Niggett. Niggett, top of the key, goes to Jones. Little weave here now. Drew Cook with the basketball. Cook on the drive. Makes contact with Kadrian McGlee, and McGlee seemed to have the easy swat, but he's moving his feet. And the foul is called against Kadrian McGlee. And here comes Levi Garner. That's 7 team fouls now for the Red Raiders. Drew Cook at the foul line. Elizabeth Ford has a couple of pretty strong foul shooters on this team. We've already seen Boyd's prowess. Cook has that one rolled just out on him. And here comes Jeremiah Hager and Levi Garner to check in for Kadrian McGlee and Jameer Braxton, respectively. Cook, foul shot number 2, comes up short, but sure enough, it's Boyd, who's perfect from the charity stripe with the rebound. Ball escapes him for a moment, but it's saved by Niggett, and they get back to Cook for 3. No good. Bakari Wallace on the rebound. Wallace trying to avoid several Warriors, bringing it this way, and now it's going to be Notorious Grooms, who goes up for the shot, has the ball moved away from him by the Warriors. He gets it to Levi Garner, who has the ball swatted out, and the ball hits Notorious Grooms out of bounds, but the baseline official doesn't see it, and he's going to go to the Red Raiders, much to the chagrin of the Warriors faithful here. Jeremiah Hager moves it top of the key to Winfrey, then back far corner to Grooms. Grooms off the wing, goes inside to Levi Garner. It's an easy 2. Garner closing in on 100 points this season. He needs just 7 more for the century mark. Number 5, Zach Boyd going to cross the center line here, working against Bakari Wallace. He pulls up a 3, no good, but it's going to be Niggett on the rebound. He pops it out to Ford Turner. Same shot that Boyd took, no good. And that ball is pulled down by Levi Garner, then knocked out of Levi's hands by Zach Boyd. Boyd saying, hey, look, it hit Levi's knee on the way out. Baseline official said, I don't think so. Ball going to stay with the Red Raiders. Here comes Notorious Grooms, moving left to right on your screen. Grooms, nice little move here against Niggett. He's going to hand it off to Tavian Richardson, who just checked in. Richardson wants it all the way. Won't quite get the shot to go, but he will be taking a couple foul shots. Foul will be called against Charlie Niggett. And Tavian Richardson from the foul line. First shot almost bounces in for him, hard off the back of the rim. Tavian Richardson, as the Red Raiders quarterback in the fall, hit a couple passing milestones the Red Raiders have not seen in a few seasons, and he's proven himself pretty good on the basketball court as well. Rebound goes to the Warriors off the second miss. Zach Boyd wants it all the way, goes over top of Levi Garner. Boyd crashes out of bounds. He's still not up. He's still not into play. 5-on-4. Ball comes our side now to Grooms. Finally, Boyd is caught back up. He's going to move toward Jeremiah Hager. Inside now to Levi Garner, and Levi is going to get called with the double dribble. He's got a big advantage against Christian Kennedy inside. The Red Raiders wanted to exploit that, but unfortunately, Levi called with the double dribble. Your score 28-18, 2:36 to play. Pass comes into Boyd. Boyd moves it to Charlie Niggett, middle of the court. Niggett trying to find some space against Notorious Grooms, finds just enough to get across the center line, looks inside to Turner. Turner's going to bring it back out. Turner now on the drive, working against Hager, pops it out, far wing. Niggett now corner. That's Herschel Rock for 3, nothing there. Rebound, Levi Garner. Now Calvin Winfrey on the outlet pass. Drives it the whole way, gets a lot of contact. No foul. Now Jeremiah Hager is going to get a lot of contact, and surprisingly, this is not a shooting foul. It's a foul called on the floor. And it will be the 4th team foul against the Warriors. Drew Cook going to check back in for Elizabeth Ford, and Zach Boyd going to get himself a break. Boyd's played a strong game so far for Elizabeth Ford. Notorious Grooms with 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Tosses this one into Levi Garner. Now back to Grooms, our wing. Grooms makes a little bit of space on the crossover against Niggett, but can't get the three to go. Red Raiders have not had a whole lot of love outside the arc tonight. This rebound goes to number 4, Isaiah Turner. He takes it coast to coast, but cannot get the layup to go. Now he gets tied up with Levi Garner for the rebound. Outlet pass to Hager. Down ahead to Grooms. Grooms, lots of contact, and he gets it to go. Hopefully Notorious is okay. He's pulled to his feet by Levi Garner. And the bucket is good. The collision there from Charlie Niggett sends both Niggett and Grooms to the floor. Niggett called for the foul. Grooms will step to the foul line to shoot one. Your score right now is 30-18 in favor of Uniontown. 1:43 to play in this half. Grooms from the foul line, no good. Good-looking rebound there by Herschel Rock. He gets it to Turner, and Turner's going to handle running this play. Working against Tavian Richardson. Comes our wing to Niggett. Niggett off of that wing, loses the ball to Notorious Grooms. Grooms with just Cook to beat. Takes him all the way, but comes up short on the layup. And the ball goes out of bounds, seemingly off of Cy Herschel Rock, but the near side official is going to say, no, it was off the hands of Calvin Winfrey. We're going to see Zach Boyd checking in now for Charlie Niggett. Turner running a press breaker. Gets it to Cook. Cook feeds it ahead to Boyd. Boyd across the timeline, goes far sideline. Here's a three from Herschel Rock. No good. Rebound, Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey going to bring this one out. Pushes it ahead to Grooms. Grooms wants three on this side. And the Red Raiders get one. 33-18. That was a big one. The Red Raiders' early lead now fully restored. 33-18. Grooms appears to have the clean steal against Drew Cook, but he is going to get called for the foul on the hold. That is 8 fouls for the Raiders, so we're going to see a 1-and-1 opportunity now for the Elizabeth Ford Warriors with 1:02 to play. Cook at the foul line. He had been 0 for 2 earlier today. He's going to get a third opportunity from the charity stripe. And here's that shot. This one is good, so he'll be awarded with another. There's nothing better than those winter nights in the gym rooting for our Red Raiders. Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, during his first term, rehabilitated Bailey Park, started working on the Uniontown section of the Sheepskin Trail. Second shot rolls out. Eliminated blight and is rebuilding our neighborhoods. He's updated the parking garages and is working on bringing faster and more reliable internet to the city. Work has just begun, and that's why Mayor Bill Gerke is working on his plans to run for a second term as mayor in the city of Uniontown. Foul called there against Elizabeth Ford. We are Uniontown proud, and together we can help rebuild Uniontown for the next generation. This message is paid for by Mayor Bill Gerke. Levi Garner pushes this one in to Calvin Winfrey off the Warriors foul, and we've got just 52 seconds to play here in the first half of a 33-19 ball game. Calvin going to hand it off to Jeremiah Hager. Hager is a great outside shooter, but he's going to bring it way outside here and floats it over to Tavian Richardson, far wing. Richardson, little wiggle, gets between a couple defenders, now feeds Levi Garner on the baseline. But Zach Jones takes it away, and he pushes it ahead to Boyd. Boyd, nice move, spin move, attacks the basket. Nothing there, but he gets fouled on the way. And the call is against double ones. That's Levi Garner, number 11. 9 fouls now against the Red Raiders with 30 seconds even, and Boyd once again at the foul line. And the first shot from Boyd this time is no good. Boyd for shot number 2, 33-19. Uniontown leading this one by 14. Boyd's second shot is good. He cuts the advantage to 13 points. Pass comes into Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey's got Turner ready to move with him. Winfrey across the timeline, going to hand it off to Hager. Far wing, staying on the far wing, back to Winfrey. Winfrey now working it our way, and he's got Boyd with him this time. Boyd a couple inches taller. They'll be screened by Levi Garner. Garner wanted to screen and roll. 6 seconds. Calvin is going to be fouled as he advances the ball with 5.7 seconds to play. And the near sideline official is going to say that was 2 hands from one defender on one offensive player. Foul called on number 5, Zach Boyd, and this is going to send Calvin Winfrey to the foul line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. First shot from Calvin is long. Rebound goes Levi Garner. He pops it right back out to Calvin. Calvin for three, and it's good! Calvin Winfrey buries a deep three on the double clutch as time expires. 36-20. That is not an easy shot. I know Calvin made it look easy, but that is not an easy shot on the double clutch while his feet are off the floor. Calvin drains one from a couple feet behind the arc. Your halftime score, Uniontown 36, Elizabeth Ford 20. We'll pause briefly now for a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with some statistics to share. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides knows there is nothing more exciting than high school sports. He knows all the athletes worked hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Commissioner Vince Vacides salutes all of the young contestants in their efforts. Good luck, and may the best team prevail. From Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Where can you go these days to have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned for you? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is located on the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard in Uniontown. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station, serving Uniontown in the same location for over 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repairs, state inspections, and 24-hour AAA towing service. Phone 724-438-0681 for Joby's Golf. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit georgedentalassociates.com today. That's georgedentalassociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Good luck to Coach Rob Kesmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders from George Dental Associates. You're watching another Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball game on the live video stream on the WMBS Facebook page. Yes, this is another chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Don't forget to check out WMBS on your AM dial 590 and your FM dial 101.1. The attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer, has litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. The attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Your halftime score here at Elizabeth Ford High School, the Uniontown Red Raiders lead 36-20 over the Warriors. We are going to pause here for just a minute and be back with you for halftime statistics courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
It's a great example, friends, and he is always in a great mood. His class has always been one of my favorites. I don't look forward to having this class after graduation, but I'm happy I at least got the opportunity to be in his class. I am better because of that. Mr. Blank. Our next speaker, Nick Jones, recognizing Coach Larry. He went out and played. He was extremely nice to me. He was someone I could always talk to every day. Coach was very bright every morning. I enjoyed having him as my science teacher and coach. I just want to express my appreciation for all the positivity he brought on me. Coach Larry. And our next speaker, Dr. Nuttall, recognizing Coach Larry. I chose Mr. Larry because he gave me the opportunity to help this season with the boys basketball team. He allowed me to travel to make things just to feel like a part of a team. That meant so much to me. Thank you, Coach. Let's have a round of applause for all of these teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the night. Number 50-50. Get up to the red. And the numbers are 2-4-0-8-0-8-6. Those numbers again, 2-4-0-8-0-8-6. Hope the winner's not the best.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Elizabeth Forward High School. This is Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice. We've got a Uniontown Red Raider 36-20 lead over the Warriors. We've got halftime statistics courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. We're going to start first with the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Zach Boyd getting a lot of his scoring done from the foul line. He's got 6 points in the first half, leading the team for the Warriors, though, 2 players with 7 points. Drew Cook, a couple of threes in the first quarter. One foul shot gives him 7. And Isaiah Turner also has 7 points for the Warriors. That will make their 20 numbers 7, 7, and 6. For the Red Raiders, we've got a wide variety of scorers getting it done so far for Uniontown. Calvin Winfrey has got 9 points, 8 points from Jameer Braxton, 7 points from Notorious Grooms, 8 points also from Kadrian McGlee, 2 points apiece from Levi Garner and Tanner Uphold. The Red Raiders have not quite had as many visits to the foul line as the Warriors have to this point. The Warriors shooting 80% from the foul line through the first half. The Uniontown Red Raiders are still looking for their first complete free throw of this contest. We've got 2:37 remaining before we return to action here at Elizabeth Ford. Just keep in mind, later this week, it's going to be the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at the Uniontown Red Raiders Friday night. That's February the 10th. That game is a 7:30 tip-off, and you're going to be able to follow all the action right here on the WMBS Facebook page or on your radio dial, 590 AM or FM 101.1. You're watching another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the WMBS Facebook page, which is brought to you by George Dental Associates, SWGI in Uniontown, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the Centers for Rehab Services, and physical therapist Jim Burns, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides, Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, Joby's Golf, Zen's Construction Warehouse, and Big Al's Market. We also want to thank the Sprouse Insurance Group for sponsoring our pregame show tonight. And, of course, we want to thank First Federal Savings and Loan Association for providing you with those halftime statistics. Don't forget, after our game is over tonight, stick around for a few minutes for the postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, where we will recognize the player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Currently, the Red Raiders lead by 16, which does put them roughly on pace to win this one by a similar margin to the first meeting between these two teams. In that one, the Red Raiders won by 31, 69-38. That was in Uniontown on Friday, January the 13th, a little less than a month ago. Hard to believe that we are already well into the month of February as we get 8 minutes on the game clock here inside the Elizabeth Ford Gymnasium. And we are set to begin the second half with period number 3. It will be Warriors basketball, and it will also be number 4, Isaiah Turner, one of the leading scorers for this Warriors team, set to get the ball in. And we're going to have a foul away from the pass. A hold on Bakari Wallace is how we're going to start the second half for the Uniontown Red Raiders. And that is the first team foul on Uniontown before the clock has even started. Here's Turner, still looking for a target. He's going to try to go to Zach Boyd, and he does. Boyd with Grooms and Bakari Wallace against him. Boyd nearly loses the ball to Kadrian McGlee, saves it and lays it in. Nice work there from Zach Boyd to stay with that basketball. Here's the Uniontown Red Raiders. Bakari Wallace takes a pass from Winfrey, and he is going to be fouled, and fouled hard by number 11, Cy Herschelrock. Bakari Wallace taking a visit now to the foul line. The Red Raiders looking for their first completed shot from the foul line, and there it is. Bakari Wallace knocking that one down. 37-22 your score. And now Wallace with shot number 2. Gets them both. 38-22. Pass comes into Boyd. Boyd goes back to Turner. Turner across the timeline. Comes our way to Cook. Cook on our wing. He's with Calvin Winfrey. Big pass in. He wanted to essentially alley-oop Turner there, but the pass led Turner a bit too far. Niggett saves the ball. Goes to Herschelrock across to Turner for 3 off the top of the backboard. Rebound goes to the Red Raiders. That's Kadrian McGlee on the rebound. Outlet pass to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey brings it all the way down. Gets Bakari Wallace on the baseline attack. And Wallace will be fouled for a second time in less than a minute. And this time the guilty party is Cy Herschelrock. Bakari Wallace going to go to the foul line here, and the Warriors preparing to have Christian Kennedy check in. Wallace. First shot is good. Here comes Kennedy. He's going to swap out for Herschelrock. Elizabeth Ford is on a 2-game winning streak coming into this one. Wallace's second shot is no good. And the rebound is going to go to Kadrian McGlee, who from the floor moves it over to Wallace. McGlee back on his feet, gets the pass, moves it outside now to Winfrey. Our corner to Braxton. Braxton going to drive the baseline. Little floating pass inside to Kadrian. No good on the first try. And on the second try, he is going to be fouled. So the Warriors have picked up 3 fouls now in the space of a minute and 2 seconds. This one going to be called on number 22, Christian Kennedy. And here's the first shot from McGlee. That one is no good off the back of the rim. In for Uniontown right now, McGlee, Grooms, Wallace, Braxton, and Winfrey. In for the Warriors, Niggett, Cook, Kennedy, Turner, and Boyd. Second shot's good. Pass comes into Boyd, then right back to Turner as he crosses the baseline. Turner across the timeline. Here's Braxton now. Going to stay with Turner. Turner comes our way to Cook. Cook wants to make a move on Winfrey. Will try his best. Floats one up over top of Winfrey and off the glass for 2. 40-24 your score. Here's Braxton moving ahead to Grooms. Grooms far wing. Gets a screen from Winfrey. Comes our way to Braxton. Braxton off the baseline. No good. Rebound Turner. Turner brings it across the timeline. Going to try to work it inside off the far wing. Little move there. No good. Rebound Kennedy. He pops it out. Far corner to Niggett. Niggett for 3. No good. Rebound. Boyd. Good strong rebound inside. And he gets 2 more. And the Red Raiders now going to look to respond. Winfrey across the timeline. Drifts our way. Gets a screen from McGlee. Moves it across the opposite way to Braxton. Braxton handoff now to Wallace. Little weave for the Red Raiders to Grooms to Winfrey. Winfrey top of the key. Wants a deep 3. That one comes up just short. Winfrey gets his own rebound and floats a pass down inside to Grooms. Grooms nothing there. Moves it back out to Braxton. 5:53 to play in period number 3. And Braxton going to draw a foul against Zach Boyd. And the Elizabeth Ford Warriors now have 4 fouls in the space of just 2 minutes and 9 seconds in this half. Braxton gets it into Winfrey, then right back to Braxton, who tries to fire it across to Wallace, but it goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Warriors. Charlie Niggett going to step out here to handle the responsibility of starting this possession for the Warriors. He tosses it in to Turner. Turner right across the big red E&F. He's going to bring it our side to Boyd. Boyd makes his move against Wallace, floats one up, and it's good. And it's 40-28. Don't tune us out just yet. The Warriors are back down just 12. Here's Winfrey off our wing, moves at our corner to Grooms. Grooms tries to get it to a cutting Wallace, but the pass is lost to Drew Cook. Cook goes the whole way, floats one up, and it's good. Drew Cook wiggling and weaving his way between multiple Raiders, throws the ball up into the air behind his back. It hugs the front of the rim and rolls in. Tanner Uphold going to check in for Uniontown. This is a 10-point game now. And should Drew Cook knock down this three, we're talking about single digits. And we've got a little concern over the placement of players on the Uniontown Red Raiders bench. Drew Cook going to take one shot. It's no good. Kadrian McGlee pulls down the rebound. Ball goes to Braxton. Braxton across the timeline, moves it our side to Winfrey. Winfrey getting some direction from head coach Rob Kaczmarski. Gets a screen from Winfrey. They want the give and go. Ball off the fingertips of Turner for the Warriors, and it's going to stay with Uniontown. You can imagine the potential effectiveness of that play given McGlee's height. Every player out there in a white uniform has given up at least a couple inches. We're going to see number 10, Zach Jones, check back in. And Jones is going to take over the responsibility of guarding McGlee. Jones, one of the better rebounders in the WPIAL and in this conference. Rebounds will not help him there, though, as he is worked against hard by Kadrian McGlee, who gets 2 points and has the foul drawn against Jones. McGlee going to shoot one now, 42-30. The advantage for Uniontown, 5:05 to play. The Elizabeth Forward Warriors, 5 team fouls now in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Kadrian's foul shot rolls in. Ball comes in here to Boyd. Boyd's going to be escorted by Tanner Uphold. Uphold not giving him much room. Playing him tight. Boyd wants to drive. Pops it out to Niggett. Niggett for three. No good. Who else on the rebound but Kadrian McGlee? Outlet pass to Braxton. Braxton across the timeline. Top of the key to Winfrey. Winfrey going to work off a screen from McGlee. Moves it far wing to Grooms. Grooms now a little deeper in the corner to Braxton. Braxton wants to drive. Working against Niggett, and he's going to travel as he floats one up. Shot was no good. The Red Raiders going to still hold on to this 13-point lead. And Tanner Uphold is going to take on the responsibility of guarding Zach Boyd. Boyd has had the hot hand for this Warriors team. Boyd going to move it away from himself back to Turner. Turner now on the drive is going to draw a foul against Uniontown. This will be Uniontown's third team foul. And this one's going to go against Jameer Braxton. Checking in for Uniontown and for Braxton, Levi Garner. He goes 6'6". He's going to move to the far block right in front of Zach Jones. Pass comes in from Cook to Boyd. Now up our wing to Niggett. A little deeper into the corner now. Drew Cook. Cook trying to make a move against Winfrey. Winfrey not going to let him have it. He moves it back out to Charlie Niggett. Niggett now on the drive. Beats Grooms. Floats one up. No good. And a couple players tied up for the ball. Zach Jones and Kadrian McGlee. Jones took it away, but before he does, it's a jump ball call. Here comes Christian Kennedy for Elizabeth Forward, and the Elizabeth Forward student section not especially pleased that was called a jump ball, especially after Jones was able to rip the ball away. 4:13 to play in period number 3. Here comes Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey moves it a little our ways to Grooms. Pass is stolen by Christian Kennedy, who steps across the sideline in front of the Uniontown bench. So Calvin Winfrey going to stay close, and he's going to inbound the ball now. He gets Grooms. Floats it way back. Grooms going to work the whole court now. Back across the timeline. Christian Kennedy waiting on him near the three-point arc. Grooms to Winfrey, who pops out far corner. He's going to attack. Little handoff to Kadrian McGlee, and McGlee, an easy dunk. There was no Warrior there on the far block to stop him, and the difference is now 15 points once again. Here's Turner. On the drive, moves it our corner to Jones. Now our wing to Cook. No good. Rebound, Grooms. Grooms going to race this one down. Cut off by Boyd. He regathers himself. He still wants to drive, and he will. And he goes over top of everybody and lays it in. 47-30. The Red Raiders now lead by 17. Here's Drew Cook. Cook directing traffic, trying to make some space against Winfrey. There's not much there. He moves it our wing to Jones for three. No good. Rebound gets knocked back out to Jones, and Jones wanted to go to Cook down low on the baseline, but Cook was not ready for the pass. He was actually in the process of cutting out, by all appearances, and the ball goes out of bounds. Checking back in, Cy Herschel-Rock. Here's Winfrey for Uniontown. Winfrey working there against Turner. He's going to get it to Grooms for three, and Grooms knocks down the three and gets just enough of a collision from Christian Kennedy to end up on the hardwood. The three is good. We're going to shoot just one. Christian Kennedy getting a piece of Notorious Grooms. That's 6 team fouls against the Warriors. Shot from Grooms is good. 51-30, 20-point difference. We're going to pause the action here for just a minute and get a spot of the floor cleaned up. Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski taking care of it himself. And while he's out there, he's going to call the press on for Uniontown. Turner wants Drew Cook. Cook gets it off the press breaker, back to Turner. Turner going to work the middle of the court. And he's going to try to drive against Kadrian McGlee, but he loses it off his own foot, and it goes out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Uniontown. Uniontown now in a position to really break this one open. They're up 21, 2:57 left in period number 3. Winfrey finds some space against Turner, trying to get Turner to fall off his feet. He gets it to Grooms on our wing. Notorious heating up, buries that one. 7 quick points for Notorious Grooms, and the Raiders lead by 24. Turner across the timeline for the Warriors. Warriors now moving left of right to course of this half. They're in the white uniform, red trim. Here's Drew Cook on the wing. Nearly has the ball stolen, but he will be fouled first by Calvin Winfrey. Uniontown this half, of course, moving right to left. The Warriors moving left to right. And we'll potentially see a substitution from the Warriors. Number 2, Charlie Niggett will check in, and Drew Cook will check out. Following the Uniontown foul, Kadrian McGlee going to step out and put his hands up in the air and give Isaiah Turner something to look at. Turner goes way back to Boyd. Boyd's going to find Uphold waiting for him. Boyd moves it our wing to Turner. Turner for 3. No good, off the side of the rim. And it did not need to be saved by Levi Garner, as far as we could tell. But instead, the ball will go to the Warriors now, off of Garner. Here's Christian Kennedy on the inbound pass. Little fake. Gets Garner off his feet. No good on the 3. Rebound, Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey wants to run it. Goes hard. Cut off there by Turner. Hands it off to Grooms. Grooms has been red hot this corner. Back to Winfrey now, far wing. Winfrey works it inside. Little fadeaway jumper, and it's good. A lot of touch on that shot from Calvin Winfrey. Ball comes into Charlie Niggett. 56-30, Niggett. Pass Winfrey. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy on the wing. Goes to Niggett out of the corner. And Niggett tries to get one high off the glass. No good. Rebound McGlee. McGlee feeds it ahead to Winfrey. 2-on-1. Winfrey likes those odds. Goes ahead to Tanner Uphold. Uphold lays it in. And we're going to have a timeout from the Elizabeth Forward Warriors as the Raiders threaten to go up 30 now. 58-30 your score. 1:37 to play in period number 3. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They can treat you efficiently and safely because they take all necessary precautions and are disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted, experienced therapists, convenient location, convenient hours. Part of the community. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you. 724-437-7500. Stop by Big Al's Market on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini. Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99, or try an Italian hoagie in a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salads, and deli items. Big Al's Market, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4252 for Big Al's Market. Here come the Warriors off the timeout. They want to go down low, but the pass is stolen on the near block by Kadrian McGlee. McGlee to Winfrey. 1:24 to play in this period. Winfrey going to find some room into the paint, off the wing, no good. Rebound, Kadrian McGlee. And because Zach Jones had hit the floor, McGlee just going to easily lay it back in. 60-30, a 30-point difference now. Here comes Drew Cook, cut off by Grooms, nearly has the ball stolen. Cook still trying to work against Grooms. This time he gets around him, but Levi Garner says, no deal, and blocks Cook nearly off the court. Ball saved by the Raiders. Grooms ahead to Levi, and Levi's going to get 2 on this side for his hard work on that block on the opposite side. Here come the Warriors moving left to right across your screen. Turner going to float this one out to Cook. Cook, quick hands, wants to drive, beats Grooms to the left, and hits the jumper. 62-32, 37 seconds to play. Calvin Winfrey going to bring it across the timeline. And Charlie Niggett going to step out there with him. Winfrey in no hurry. He's got McGlee, Garner, both big men, Uphold, and Notorious Grooms. Notorious has been red hot the whole period. Winfrey going to get one into the far corner to Uphold. Uphold gets attacked, and the ball is taken away by the Warriors. Coming the other way is Cook. Cook no good on the shot. Tippin no good from Turner. Rebound, Kadrian McGlee. His outlet pass stolen by Jones. Coming this way, Turner trying to float one up over top of McGlee. And that one, no good, but there will be a foul called against McGlee. And that's going to send number 4, Isaiah Turner, to the foul line. 3.8 seconds on the clock. 62-32. Turner, good on the first one. Second shot forthcoming here. 62-33 now. And that shot is no good. It's going to bounce out, and the rebound will go to Calvin Winfrey with 1 second. Can Calvin do it again? Floats one up just off the mark and off the glass. That looked good the whole way. We will have a 62-32 advantage for the Uniontown Red Raiders as we prepare now to enter into period number 4. Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS, number 458729. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. If you have a close family member with colon cancer or precancerous polyps, your screening should begin at age 40 instead of 45. Women, like men, are at substantial cancer risk and should not avoid screening. Although colonoscopy is the most sensitive screening test, if you are fearful or have no health insurance, a stool fit test is a reasonable option. Learn more at usdigestive.health.com. 8 minutes put on the clock for period number 4, 62-33. That third quarter, by the way, saw 11 team fouls committed total. And the ball there taken away by Calvin Winfrey. He goes to Notorious Grooms, and Grooms gets 2 more points. He had a big third quarter, and he's a big reason why the Red Raiders lead by 31, the exact margin by which they defeated the Warriors last month. Here's Boyd off of our wing on the drive. He gets 2 and gets that difference back under 30, 64-35. Calvin Winfrey going to come across the timeline with the pass to Grooms, far wing. Grooms looking inside near the middle peg. Jameer Braxton pops it out to Bakari Wallace. Wallace's 3 apparently tipped by Drew Cook, and the ball goes into the hands of Zach Boyd. Boyd wants to drive. Instead, will pop it out to Turner. Far wing now to Niggett. No good. Rebound Boyd. Boyd's played a strong game for these Warriors. Rebound. Jameer Braxton nearly taken away by Zach Jones. Braxton will bring it out himself, and he's going to go coast to coast. Can't get it to go. McGlee can't get it to go off the putback. Bakari Wallace said, let me try. No good. Wallace thinks about trying again, but loses the ball as it skips off of Kadrian McGlee's foot from the floor, and it's going to be Warriors basketball. Boyd, far sideline. Across the timeline. With a loss, the Warriors will drop to 3-9 in the conference. The Red Raiders with a win improved to 9-0. That shot from Cook, no good. Rebound McGlee. He's had a lot of those tonight, and he's going to go to Winfrey to Grooms on the far wing. Grooms has McGlee out the screen. McGlee going to circle back around to the hoop as the pass goes to Wallace. Wallace easily beats Cook to the left, and he lays it in for two. 6:15 to play. Charlie Niggett going to run point this time across the timeline. Notorious Grooms there with him. He moves it far sideline to Turner. Now coming back far wing to Cook. Cook trying to dribble around Grooms. Grooms not going to give him anything that time. And instead he goes to Boyd. Boyd for three, no good. Rebound, Jameer Braxton. Braxton goes ahead to Grooms, 2-on-2. And Grooms, little pass behind Boyd. Grooms gets blocked by Jones, pops it back out to Braxton. Braxton far wing, drills a three, 69-35, 5:40 to play. This is going to be Drew Cook handling the basketball. Cook moves far wing to Turner. Turner on the drive will lose the basketball to McGlee. McGlee ahead to Grooms. And Grooms has the ball poked out by Cook. Going to stay with the Red Raiders, of course. Out of bounds on the Warriors. And we're going to see several substitutes for both teams. Hunter Fulmer, a new one for the Warriors, checking in. Kennedy also going in along with Herschel Rock. Brand new 5 for the Raiders. Levi Garner, Tanner Uphold, Jeremiah Hager, and Tavian Richardson have all seen some action tonight. This is the first time we will see Devin Sykes checking in. The Warriors accidentally only had 4 players on the floor, and they're going to ship Charlie Niggett back out to make sure they've got 5. 5 minutes to play. Easy pass inside to Levi Garner, and I think Levi is going to need just one more point tonight for 100. We'll see if he gets there. 4:50 to play. Drew Cook across the timeline. R wing to Niggett. Niggett goes top of the key to Kennedy. Kennedy back to Cook on the far wing. Cook nearly loses the pass. Gets lined up. Wants a deep three over the top of Hager. No good. Rebound Tanner Uphold. Uphold gets it across to Richardson. Richardson looked inside to Levi. Decides to keep it himself. And he's going to slow it down and take his time here. He's going to get a screen from Levi Garner. Will take advantage of the screen. Works it inside to Hager. And that's a nice look there. Jeremiah Hager easily off the glass, 73-35 your score. And the Red Raiders preparing yet another group to ship in here. Niggett trying to find some space. Will find none. Moves it out to Herschel Rock. Now down low to the new big man Fulmer. And Fulmer making his presence known right away. Turnaround laying off the glass, gets fouled. And he's going to shoot one. 73-37 with 3:54 to play. And the shot from Fulmer is good. 3-point play completed. And number 24, Justin Flournoy, is going to step in for the Warriors. This is his first action tonight. Here come the Red Raiders. Tavian Richardson moves this one ahead to Sykes off the far sideline. Sykes gets steered around by Flournoy. He's going to try the shot anyway. No good off the front of the rim. The rebound there goes to Kennedy. Kennedy moves it over. Now down low to Herschel Rock. He pops it back out to Charlie Niggett, but the shot's no good. And now this is Tavian Richardson coming the other way easily for 2. 75-38. That's going to put the Red Raiders right about their average per game. Niggett moves it ahead here to Herschel Rock. Herschel Rock gets inside for 2 between the bucket and Levi Garner, and he'll be fouled by Garner on the way. And Herschel Rock going to shoot 1. And the Warriors also preparing to send in a couple of additional players. And we'll see that additional player now in the form of number 30, Daniel Coyne. Coyne will step in for Niggett. And Herschel Rock at the foul line. He's going to take 1. It's no good. Easy rebound there for Jeremiah Hager. 3:08 to play. Hager to Richardson. Richardson going to take a high floating jump shot. No good. Rebound goes to Flournoy. Flournoy going to take it himself. Moves it across the timeline to Kennedy. Kennedy moves it top of the key to Herschel Rock. Back to Kennedy. Pulls down. Almost takes the 3. Instead settles for the paint jumper. No good. Rebound is going to go initially to Jeremiah Hager. Knocked away by Christian Kennedy. And it will stay with the Uniontown Red Raiders. Checking in for Elizabeth Ford, we'll see Mitchell Buick, number 35, his first action tonight. 2:28 to play. 75-40 ball comes into Tavian Richardson. Richardson across the timeline, moves past Coyne on the drive. Nice little move. Can't quite get it to go down, though. Rebound is going to be tied up between Coyne and Levi Garner, and the foul will be called on Levi. Clock continues to wind. 2:05. Foul was on Levi, and we're going to have a 1-and-1 shot now for Elizabeth Ford. There's nothing better than those winter nights in the gym rooting on our Red Raiders. Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, during his first term, rehabilitated Bailey Park, started working on the Uniontown section of the Sheepskin Trail, eliminated blight, and are rebuilding our neighborhoods. He's updated the parking garages, and he's working on bringing faster and more reliable internet to the city. Work has just begun, and that's why Mayor Bill Gerke is announcing his plans to run for a second term as the mayor in the city of Uniontown. No good there by Coyne. Coming this way, Tavian Richardson, rebound Flournoy. We are Uniontown proud. Together we can help rebuild Uniontown for the next generation. This message is paid for by Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke. And here's number 35, Buick, moves it our wing to Coyne, and Levi Garner says, I'm going to get 100 points, and he has the dunk rattle out. Oh, my, so close. Tavian Richardson casually just knocks down the three as if nothing else was happening in this game. 1:28 to play in this one, 78-40. Levi so close to 100. This is Buick off of our wing, goes up top to number 21. That's Rodriguez. The pass from Coyne to Flournoy. Now across to Buick for three out of the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Tanner Uphold. He gets it to Levi Garner, and Levi is going to overthrow Devin Sykes coming the other way. 1:01 to play, 78-40 your score. Flournoy going to handle the basketball for the Warriors. He's going to bring it this way to Coyne. Coyne wants three. He shoots this one over the top of Levi Garner. Rebound pulled down Tanner Uphold. Uphold going to wiggle and weave now through the paint. Gets it over to Jeremiah Hager. Hager to Richardson. Richardson says, oh, almost has three more. Off the glass. Rebound goes to number 20, Hunter Fulmer. Flournoy now moves the ball to Buick, to Coyne, back to Buick. Buick with 28 seconds. Goes down low to Fulmer, and Fulmer is blocked again. Levi Garner just collecting the points and the blocks here in the late stages of the game. Rodriguez going to inbound the ball to Coyne. Coyne pulls down a three, goes inside to Rodriguez, who goes up off the glass. Can't get it. Tavian Richardson goes up over everybody and wants to go ahead to Levi, but overthrows him there. So close. That's going to do it for this one. The Uniontown Red Raiders emerge victorious, 78-40 here at Elizabeth Ford. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. The attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Good luck to Coach Rob Kazmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders from George Dental Associates. We'll pause now for a moment and be back with you for our postgame show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, where we will name the player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Elizabeth Ford High School, where the Uniontown Red Raiders have just won 78-40. This is the postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. I'm Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice. And before we get in to a recap of this game and talking about our player of the game brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides, I would just like to thank everyone at WMBS for giving me this opportunity to share with you this tremendous and really magical Uniontown Red Raiders basketball season as the Red Raiders improve this evening to 9-0 in the conference. I want to thank, too, Bill Dice for being alongside me for all of these contests, operating the camera and doing the wonderful job that he did. And I want to thank you, too, for taking the time to check us out and giving us this opportunity to share the Uniontown Red Raiders basketball season with you. Now let's talk about this game and a little bit more looking ahead. The Elizabeth Forward Warriors, as a result of this loss, dropped to 3-6 in the conference. The Uniontown Red Raiders will improve to 9-0, and the Red Raiders are guaranteed at least a share now in the conference crown at the end of the season. They have beaten the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at Laurel Highlands earlier. They will host Laurel Highlands at 7:30 p.m. Friday, February the 10th. Elizabeth Forward, of course, has one more conference game to go as well, but their playoff situation going to become a little more tenuous, having lost tonight. And, of course, they've got Bell Vernon and Laurel Highlands ahead of them at least. The Southmoreland Scotties also lurking right behind them. You're listening to the postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Shop the New Year's sale at Zen's Construction Warehouse on Walnut Hill Road in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by the Nelson family. Zen's has everything you need for that next home improvement project at deep discounted prices from the big box stores. Phone 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's on Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Good luck to Coach Rob Kesmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders from George Dental Associates. You're listening to the postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. And now we're ready to talk about our player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Now, we had a game tonight for the Uniontown Red Raiders that saw a lot of players stand out. Notorious Grooms had the huge third quarter. Levi Garner, some monster blocks in period number 4. Calvin Winfrey, the huge double clutch 3. But our player of the game this time is going to go to Kadrian McGlee, who played well throughout. A couple of huge dunks, statement dunks, if you will. Several rebounds, especially in the early stages. Quite a few points, too, for Kadrian. He played a great game, and he is your player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. The attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer, litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win, the attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Kadrian McGlee is your player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. And your postgame show has been brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. I want to thank everyone again for checking us out. Don't forget, Friday night, 7:30 p.m., the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at the Uniontown Red Raiders in Uniontown at the A.J. Everhart Memorial Gymnasium. That one you can check out right here on the WMBS Facebook, or you can turn to your radio dial and find us on 590 AM, FM 101.1. Again, this is Joshua Scully for Bill Dice and WMBS. Thank you so much for being with us this season, and we will talk to you again Friday night when the Laurel Highlands Mustangs come to Uniontown. Have a good